Oh, folks, I'll tell you, welcome to Tough Crowd. I saw the Emmys last night. It was wild. I had the Tough Crowd crew over. We got a little rowdy, I admit it. I bought a couple of 64-ounce Shasta cream sodas, a couple of meat lovers, little Breyers for afterwards, Breyers ice cream. But even we didn't think the Emmys would get as crazy as they got, Like when Brad Garrett kissed Gary Shandling. I don't know if they planned that or what, but Gary Shandling looked surprised. Then they gave Brad Garrett an Emmy reward for that. Anyway, I'm glad Tony Soprano won. Yeah, if he hadn't won, he probably would have tried to whack somebody. Yeah, but there was some serious stuff, too. There was some pretty serious stuff, like last year of Friends, Friends. Now, this year, Joey ends up with Rachel. At first, I was pissed because of Ross, but then I started thinking about it. And he screwed her over a couple of times himself, so I'll tell you, all the comedy bits were great last night, too. The only time I felt uncomfortable was when they brought out the American Idol people. I thought Simon was going to start goofing on people, the nominees, the way he does on the contestants on his show, I like Paula and Randy, but that's Simon. I don't go for that insult humor, I don't. I think that the thing that disappointed me the most last night, honestly, was during the telecast. I didn't have the guts to realize the business I've chosen and fling myself off the balcony like a man that won't sign over his publishing to Suge Knight. You know what I mean? I'm begging Hollywood now, no more award shows, just one, the Academy Awards. They all look the same. They're the same, all the clothes, all the speeches, all the shoes. Do you really want a country full of people talking about Badgley, Misha, and Chanel and Jimmy Choo shoes? This country is turning into a big fat drag queen that sits at home stuffing his face and gossiping at what kind of earrings some skank from Malcolm in the Middle is wearing. Well, fellas, I really hope we have a spirited debate today. All right. Everybody loves Raymond won for Outstanding Comedy Series, right? The other nominees were Curb Your Enthusiasm, Friends, Sex and the City, Will and Grace. Why are these shows so popular? Like Sex and the City. Judy, why is that popular? You're a broad, what?
Well, everyone's white.
Oh.
On every show that was nominated. Did you notice that?
Ooh. Yeah, you notice the lack of political... Thank God no one applauded the political correct implications of that remark.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Shut up. I mean, it's a lot of it has to do with aesthetics. Thank you very much. You can listen. No, but I think it's a lot about sex.
Ooh.
What? It's not? Sex in the City is all about having sex.
I believe you. Go on.
Raymond, they have great writing.
Yeah.
Curb is hilarious, and it's groundbreaking. Thank you very much. Groundbreaking, like the HBO.
Were you
why are you looking at me like that? What else? What's the other?
Here's what I don't like, okay? I don't like people saying Curb is groundbreaking. Just because that's a hip thing. I'm not saying that's why you say it.
No, I just think it's groundbreaking the way that they produce that show.
I think I'm groundbreaking and nobody cares.
You are really groundbreaking.
Thanks, Judy.
Yeah.
You really are. It's very...
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Jim.
Let me say something. Patrice is groundbreaking.
Literally.
Colin is groundbreaking.
He's a little heavy.
What do you want to say, stupid?
Nothing. I just want to say that I think you're terrific and I'm glad to work with you.
Oh. Joe. All right, let's look at a moment from last night's Emmy broadcast. Ready?
What about Survivor East LA? A car full of white people driving around lost.
Now, this is the last time I'm ever going to say this.
Hack!
No, I don't mind people saying that's the least of it. I don't mind people saying that, but if I ever hear from any network notes anywhere, hey, you can't say black or Mexican, yet Mexican and black can say white, I swear I'll spit in your white faces. We're allowed to say whatever we want. Everybody's allowed to say whatever the hell they want about anything. Joe, you've been saying whatever the hell you want about anything since the time I've known you in this TV business. Let's face the facts. You don't mind burning a few bridges.
Yeah, yes, I have, Colin.
Yes, you have. You make Nick DiPaolo look like Ben Vereen sometimes, But Joe, let me ask you this.
That's a lot of pressure on me. This is really funny.
Now you have to say something awful. You can't say anything nice after that. But listen to this. What about, what do you think? Don't you think that these shows, like the Emmys, what do you think of the Emmys? You didn't even watch them.
I hate all award shows. I think it's pretty ridiculous when people reward people for pretending. I just can't believe they have shows where they reward people for being really good at faking it. I mean, everybody knows who won the Academy Award. Nobody knows who won the Nobel Prize. It's a little weird. It's a weird country.
It's true.
But they're boring. I think the only way they could be really good is if you just let all those really indulgent actors write all their own stuff and have no script for the Emmy. Just have it be just a abortion. Just a horrible ego mess. And then I think it would be far more interesting.
Yeah.
Because when I watch it right now, it's not quite crazy enough for me.
Well,
I'm like,
here's the
everyone's
best
wearing a
part.
suit and they're all
Yeah.
stupid, but they're not saying enough stupid
Yeah, they cut him off too quick.
Yes.
They
let them
Judy cut him off. Let's see who goes the
Yes.
longest.
Here's
the
my
most
favorite.
pompous.
They do the in memoriam thing, and then they clap more for certain dead people than they do for other dead. What the hell is that?
That's right.
It's like, oh, she was great. Oh, he's a producer.
There was a lot going on with the Johnny Cash, John Ritter thing.
I know.
These people were taking sides.
Wait, what about Bob Hope? They did
45-second tribute they gave him.
Yeah,
Not
for
even a
Bob
minute.
Hope.
These jizzbags couldn't throw Bob Hope more than 45 seconds after 80
Okay,
years.
well, you like Bob Hope because he lived a long time or because you actually laughed at him?
I like the guy because I respect anyone.
Did you really laugh at Bob Hope ever?
Occasionally.
I didn't laugh
Let's
at
be
Bob
real,
Hope.
dude. Just
And
because he's old doesn't mean he's good.
I respect anyone. You're right.
Come
You're
on,
right.
let's stop
Case in
this
point.
fake. I hate that faking.
No.
Oh, he's been around. Let's
Hold on. All right.
No, but he was there
Wait,
for
wait,
the
let me-
So
start
what? He
of
didn't keep
TV.
up with the times.
Hold on, guys. There's a.
The guy told jokes while to a bag. You got to respect that.
Right.
You have to respect that.
All right, let's watch Daryl Hammond right now as Donald Rumsfeld. Ready?
There was Queer Eye, Will and Grace, and Boy Meets Boy. I couldn't tell if I was watching NBC or a closed-circuit monitor in a Key West bathhouse.
Now, he's exaggerating there, but I think that, isn't TV very gay? What's going on? Now, Dave, you're a guy from North Dakota, which you keep pretending Minnesota, but we all know the truth. So, what is the story up there? They must go crazy when this kind of stuff goes on. It must seem like Sodom and Gomorrah to your peeps.
We don't even have cable.
Oh, good.
We don't watch this stuff. I didn't watch the Emmys. I haven't seen the Emmys. Last time I watched
It's
the
not on
Emmys, I
cable,
was
it's on
rooting for
regular
Alan
TV,
Alda.
okay.
It's been a long time for me. I have never seen Sex in the City.
Really?
No, I
Nobody
thought
talks
it was
about that up
porn.
in
I don't
North
know what it
Dakota.
is. I've never watched it.
Can I ask something off the point?
You sure as heck can, fella.
Was I the only one that noticed that Tyne Daly looked like Kathy Bates in a Shemp wig?
You said Shemp. Oh,
And did you find that attractive, or? Not bad, right? So, I look at Bill Cosby going all gangster on our girl Wanda.
This is unbelievable.
So, man, what's up?
Larry David sit behind. You know Larry don't know what he's doing. You know that. His show all improvised. Like the Cosby Show, that was all scripted.
Yeah, we spoke English.
Ooh!
Oh, that was
Cosby getting all Paul Robeson on her.
Why is he wearing sunglasses?
Exactly.
What's
I know.
up with
Why
that?
is
And then he won the
in the
award.
Matrix? What the hell's going on?
Yeah, he's Morpheus. And then he got up and got his award with the sunglasses on.
I know. I couldn't. He didn't
He's
take
a
those
self-important
sunglasses.
That was pretty.
Wearing
I told you not to play games.
Why are you holding back?
Is he an icon or something? Shut up.
No.
He wears sunglasses indoors. What does he do? Go to a restaurant full?
Shemp wig, ladies and gentlemen. Shemp wig.
Folks, if you don't know today's commercials, you won't get tomorrow's commercial parodies. So think about that. We'll be right back. Tight shirt. The reality shows have been getting a bad rap as being mindless entertainment that lowers TV standards. It's true, when I want integrity and intellectual stimulation, I put on a sitcom where a wife throws a surprise party that her husband thinks it's a funeral and then there's a big mix-up. Joe, don't you think it's a little ironic that the industry criticizes reality TV when the worst of it is more entertaining than any sitcom?
It's, all criticism is really stupid about television. Television is mindless entertainment that's supported by corporate advertising. That's all it is. It's all just a big trick to get you to watch their commercials. That's all it is. And reality TV is the best way because it's the cheapest trick. It's the cheapest trick. You don't have to pay these people. Like Fear Factor, we give one person $50,000. Everybody else gets nothing. They eat crap. They got animal in their mouth. They're throwing up. And then you cut the commercial and you sell a truck. It's fantastic. That's really all it's about. Why pretend? It's not a film. It's not a book. It's real simple. It's all designed to, like this show. It's to sell advertising.
No, he's right though.
It is.
He's absolutely right.
It has to be entertaining, in order to keep
if
you
this-
glued to watch the ads.
And if it didn't get ratings, it would be.
That's why TiVo's the shit. I love TiVo. Yeah. Just, no, not gonna watch it. No. Next.
They should have. They should release films with commercials, and that's probably the next step. I think pornography would be nice.
Yeah, they're doing that already.
You see Terminator 3 with a big diet pill truck just pulls up this huge diet pill billboard, and I'm going, whoa!
I was too busy trying to stay away through that awful film.
Castaway was saying.
Well, you should have got high with me before the show.
Castaway was a FedEx commercial.
Yeah, it's a FedEx commercial.
Mordal.
Yes.
You were on the reality show. You get any money for that?
I didn't get 50 grand. Somebody else did.
You shouldn't have got 50 grand. You lost to an extra from the.
What about now? What happened? You just, the whole Voice thing. What do you? I mean, how does that show work? You just got on there. You got on there because of me, by the way.
I know. We thank you every day with our. We love that.
I was the one when
we
they,
sent you
I
the
was the
shirt.
judge in New York.
Huh?
I never heard myself thank. I was the judge in New York. I go, hey, sir, I didn't know him at the time,
I don't think "Sir" came out.
I go, sir, is it true that you really were in prison? And then they showed you a prison picture and it gave you texture. And that's probably why you got picked. You had that mustache.
Why did I lose then?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, you know what? I have to take a certain amount of responsibility for that because I was a judge in L.A. and I thought that fan was funny. That little tricked me.
That's right, you judged in L.A.
I forgot about that.
Till I saw him talking on TV, and I was like, "Yo, that guy's crazy."
Oh, that's bad. Now listen, this. Why am I holding this? 6 feet. This is how far you have to stand now in L.A. from a lap dancer. No more lap dance. This far, 6 feet. Okay, Connecticut, same thing. Jim, we know this affects you perhaps more than any of us, although it affects all of us. What do you think about this outrageous?
I gotta make a living. Come on.
I think the thing that's sickening about it is that they're saying it promotes, like strip clubs and lap dances promote violence and prostitution. And this is honestly, after I get a lap dance, I don't want to commit a violent act. I want to eat food and change my underwear. There's no way, nothing horrible. And they say they can't do it in adult bookstores either, which annoys me, because what am I supposed to do? Put my mule through a hole in the wall and have some guy blow on it from 6 feet away? I should have.
That's an honest man.
Now, here's
a lot of people like. Go ahead, Judy.
As a woman,
what do you think?
I think prostitution should be legalized.
Yeah.
I think that it would be better for the prostitutes medically. They would be cared for and have health insurance and stuff like that.
And
I also think
Wait a minute, who cares about that? You want to get the
all right, no, but it would be.
Yeah, I just don't want to worry about vice anymore.
Shut up. It would be better for the economy.
That's true.
True.
And and this lap dance thing is ridiculous. What promotes violence and people killing each other is TV.
What's better than driving home?
She did it like this.
It's TV.
She pointed right to you,
Joe
Joe.
Rogan. No, but it's
You
TV
really should have
and
mentioned the name in
movies.
that article.
And
Now, speaking of which,
crappy parenting.
you're saying legalize prostitution, which most people kind of agree with.
Right.
You were saying something about legalize marijuana because of the Tommy John thing, right?
Legalize all drugs. If you're dumb enough to do crack, you're supposed to die. It's evolution. It's real simple. If you have all the evidence that meth is bad for you, if you want to snort some meth, you should be allowed to.
Well, it's not the people snorting it, it's the people they affect. I agree with you. You should be allowed to do whatever you want if you're locked in a room and you're not going to get behind the wheel. But the bottom line is people are going to rob you for coke.
Yeah, but they're going to get it anyway. You can get, who can't get drugs?
Well,
who can't get drugs?
Well, it brings up, it brings a lot of organized crime power. That's the
I would rather have a dude driving around on meth than drunk.
Yeah.
Well, then alcohol is a problem too. I'm not saying that alcohol is good, but it's you can't legalize. Well, people are dying drunk.
No human being should be able to tell another human being what they can't or can't do with their life. If you affect other people,
except for murder.
There's a lot of people need to die.
I agree with that. Jim, I believe you have something to say about our friends that you used to be a member of, and now suddenly you got high and mighty on.
I was never a member of that.
Yes, you were, silly, and so was I.
Creep, and you were never that bad. I'm talking about fat people are now fighting because they want the American Disabilities Act to apply to them, and it's sickening. You're not disabled if you're fat. You know who's disabled? Whoever is stuck sitting next to you on a plane. That's who's disabled.
With their carry-on luggage.
Well, I think that says it all. Watch these commercials and keep our international monetary system from collapsing. We'll be right back. One of the things we like to do on the show is to make fun of unsuspecting people who were nice enough to give us permission to use video that we secretly shot of them. We decided to go out to one of New York's best-known fountains to see what the hopeless dreamers of the world are wishing for. Let's look at our first one.
What did I wish for?
That my husband's partner should drop dead. I don't know. What did she say?
I wished for world peace and good health.
Haha. It's profound. Anyway, next clip.
What do I wish for?
Oh. Yeah, I wish to be back in Sweden in a luge doing a 69 with Colin Quinn. And as we made the last turn and hit the wall to die, Aquavit shot out of his into my mouth. No, what did she really say?
I wish that I don't lose touch with my friends when I leave school next year.
Oh, she's still in school. That's even better, right? All right, next clip.
What did I wish for?
I wish the corpses would thaw before the forensic team finds the bodies. I don't know. What do you say?
I wish that all good people get what they want and all bad people don't.
Ooh. And good people would be you and the Archangel Michael, and bad people would be all those teenage hitchhikers. All right, next clip.
What did I wish for?
I hope the bloods from the junior high school don't bum rush my store while my in-laws are visiting. No, what do you say?
I wish to be a commissioner of Korean police.
Oh, commissioner of Korean. Well, we can make that happen if you take out the little guy for us. All right, next clip.
What did I wish for?
I wish you hadn't snuck up on a brother. I thought it was the cops. That wasn't no coin I just threw in there. So it's $200. What do you say?
I wish to be the #1 pimp in the country.
Oh. I see. Well, okay. If girls ever get turned on by BVDs, you'll make it. Next clip.
What did I wish for?
I wish that last brother hadn't have said that about the pimp. It's really degrading. What did he say?
Wisdom and intellectual enlargement.
Oh, all right. Next.
What did I wish for?
I wish that America would send new hair bands over to Japan, because if I get one more STD from Ricky Rocket, my family will disown me. Oh, no. No, what did she say?
I wish for nice boyfriend.
All right. Well, it's sort of the same. Next clip.
What did I wish for?
I wish to walk into a nightclub sometime and get thrown by Johnny Depp into a back room and teabagged by Gilbert's grapes. No. What did he say? What did he say?
I wish to get laid tonight.
Oh, well, click your heels 3 times, Dorothy. You never know. Now. All right, there you have it, folks. Another disgusting misuse of people's trust. We'll be right back. Folks, you know what? We asked our panel to create their own Emmy category of who should win and why. We're starting with Joe. Joe?
I think they should award people for fake sincerity during those public service announcements. You know, like those NBC ones, the more you know. Like, who are they helping with these 15-second forced morality lessons, you know? Talk to your kids. Like, wow, I usually have sex with them. But that guy from Will and Grace has really got a good point. You know, seriously, if these guys have something worthwhile to say to their kids, you really think they'd be sitting with them watching dog eat dog?
Judy!
Thanks, Colin. You know, I really thought about this, and I think there should be an Emmy for the best imposter. And now this Emmy goes to the performer with the least amount of talent and the most amount of luck. I'm sorry, Jim. And the award would go to, it's a tie, the Olsen twins, Mary Kate and Ashley. Unfortunately, they cannot be here tonight to accept their award because they're in Switzerland counting their money, staring at themselves in the mirror, and throwing up lunch.
Oh, and you know what? Even that
Somebody's hating.
Even that description of them kind of turned me on a little bit.
Really?
Okay, Dave.
Sorry.
How about an Emmy for overacting? I think the acceptance speech would be frickin' amazing. And finally, Bernie Mac would have an Emmy.
Jim!
I look forward to the day when I can congratulate my friend Colin Quinn on winning the Emmy for most unintelligible mushmouth stammer during an opening monologue. This will not be a landslide or easy victory. It will come right down to the wire between Colin and a cable access host from Pittsburgh who has Down syndrome and a cleft palate.
Well, folks. Hey, folks. You know, in the spirit of the Emmys, I'd like to thank a few people that make this show possible. Every night I come out here